Question number 31 read simplify 2 over 3 plus 5 over 6. So I'm going to show you a simple way to add this fraction without finding the LCM. So we are given 2 over 3 then plus 5 over 6. So what we're going to do is to cross multiply. We're going to use this 6 to multiply by this 2 is going to give us 12 plus 3 multiplied by 5 is going to give us 15, then divided by, then we multiply the two denominator. 3 multiplied by 6 is going to give us 18. Then we simplify. 12 plus 15 is going to give us 27, then over 18. Now we need to reduce this fraction into its lowest form. 9 can go into 27 3 times, then 9 can go into 18 2 times. So the answer is going to be 3 over 2, which is going to be the same as 1.5. Or if the option is given in improper fraction, we can convert this 3 over 2 to improper fraction, which is going to be the same as how many times can 2 go into 3? Just only one time. Then remainder 1 over 2. So this is going to be the answer. Question number 32 read, a man bought a radio for 8,000 naira and sold it at a loss of 10%. Find the selling price. Now to know the selling price, the first thing we need to do is to find the 10% of 8,000 naira. So which is going to give us 10% of 8,000 is going to be the same as 10% imply 10 divided by 100. Then multiply it by 8,000. Then we just simplify this. So this 0 here is going to cancel one of the 0. Then this is going to cancel this. So we are left with 1 multiplied by 800, which is going to be the same as 800. So therefore 800 is going to be the 10% of 8,000. And the question read, he sold it at the loss of 10%. So that loss, we're going to subtract the 10% of 8,000 from the actual cost, which is 8,000. So this is going to be 8,000, which is the actual cost, minus the 10%, which is 800. So the answer is going to be 8,000 minus 800 is going to give us 7,200 naira. Question number 32 read, if 4 pencils cost 120 naira, how much will 15 pencils cost? So the first thing we need to know is to know the actual cost of one pencil. And to do that, if you look at the first line of the equation, if 4 pencils cost 120, so we're going to divide 120 by 4 to get the cost of one. So 120 divided by 4 is going to give us 30. So therefore each pencil costs 30. So and the question say how much will 15 pencils cost? So what we're going to do is to multiply 30 multiplied by 15 to know how much 30 pencil is going to cost. And to do this, we can write it like this: 30 then multiply by 15. 5 multiplied by 0 is 0. 5 multiplied by 3 is 15. Then 1 multiplied by 0 is going to be 0. When 1 multiplied by 3 is going to be 3. Then we plus the two answer. 0, then 5 plus 0 is also 0. 1 plus 3 is going to give us 4 rather. So it's going to be 4. So the answer is going to be 450. Question number 34 read, solve for x given 3x plus 7 is equal to 25. So this one is just a bonus question. We are given 3x plus 7 equal to 25. So the next thing we're going to do is to take this 7, which is this constant, to the right hand side of this equation. We're going to have 3x will be equal to 25 minus 7, because when positive cross is going to change to negative. So we are going to have 3x will be equal to 25 minus 7 is going to give us 18. Then we divide both sides by the coefficient of x in order to eliminate this 3. So the coefficient of x is 3. Then we do the same thing to the right hand side. So that this 3 is going to cancel this 3. X now will be equal to 18 divided by 3 is going to give us 6. So question number 37 read, a bag contains 5 white balls, 3 green balls, and 2 black balls. What's the probability of picking a green ball? So this is probability question. So first thing we need to do is to get our total balls. So this is going to be equal to, at first we have 5 white balls, then plus 3 green balls, then plus 2 black balls, which is going to be equal to 5 plus 3 plus 2 is going to give us 10. So the total balls is going to be 10. The question went further to say, what is the probability of picking green balls? So therefore, our favorable outcome is going to be on green. Favorable outcome is going to be on green. And the total number of green is 3. So to get a probability now, we're going to divide the numbers of favorable outcome by the total numbers of balls. This is going to be 3 divided by the total numbers of balls, which is going to be 10. So and 3 divided by 10 is going to give us 0.3. And if the option is given in percentage, 0.3 in percentage is that we just multiply it by 100, which is going to give us 30%. So this is how to answer this question. Question number 38 read, find the simple interest on 25,000 naira for 2 years at 8% per annum. So this is simple interest question. So the first thing we need to do is to just recall the formula. So the formula for simple interest is equal to principal multiplied by rate multiplied by time all over 100. So this is the formula. And the principal imply the actual money, which is going to be 25,000 interest, the actual money. So simple interest now will be equal to the principal is going to be 25,000, then multiply by the rate. At what rate? At the rate of 8%, then multiply by time. The time is going to be in year. So as you can see, 2 years at 8% per annum. So the time is going to be 2, then everything all over 100. Now we're going to simplify this. So this 0 is going to cancel one of this 0. This 0 is going to cancel one of this 0. Then we are left with what? 250 multiplied by 2 is going to be 500, and 500 multiplied by 8 is going to give us 4,000 naira. Question number 39 read, the perimeter of a rectangle is 15 centimeter. If the length is 15 centimeter, find its breadth. So we are given the perimeter ready, the length is given, we're asked to find the breadth. So all we're going to recall is the formula for perimeter. So the perimeter of a rectangle is equal to 2 multiplied by length plus breadth. So this is the formula. And from the question, the perimeter is given as what? 50 centimeter, which is going to be equal to 2 into the bracket of the length is given as 15 centimeter plus the breadth, and the breadth is not given. So we're going to keep it unknown. So the next thing we're going to do, we can divide both side by 2 in order to eliminate these two, to reduce this equation. So we divide the right hand side by 2. We do the same thing to the left hand side. So 50 divided by 2 is going to give us 25, which is equal to, this 2 is going to cancel this 2. We are left with just 15 plus breadth in the right hand side. Then what do we do next? We're going to take this 15 back to the left hand side. We're collecting the like term. So we're going to have 25 minus 15, because when positive cross is going to change to minus, everything will be equal to breadth. So therefore, breadth now is going to be equal to 25 minus 15 is going to give us 10 centimeter. So this is how to answer this question. Question number 40 read, a trader bought an item for 12,000 naira and sold it for 15,600 naira. Find the percentage profit. Now, before we find the percentage profit, we need to know the actual profit. And to know that, we're going to deduct the actual money from the sold money. So he sold it for what? For 15,600, then minus the trader, the actual money he bought, which is going to be 12,000 naira. So when you take away 15,000 from 12,000, we're going to have 3,600. So this 3,600 is going to be the profit. But the question say, find the profit percentage. Find the percentage profit. Now, to get the percentage profit, we are going to divide the profit by the actual money, then we multiply it by 100. That's what I mean by a profit percentage. So we're going to do, so the profit is 3,600 divided by the actual money he bought, which is 12,000, then multiply it by 100. So now we need to cancel out this 0 is going to cancel this 0, this 0 will cancel this 0, then this 0 is going to cancel one of this 0. 36 multiplied by 10 is going to give us 360 divided by 12, which is going to give us 30%. So this is how to answer this question.